Minnesota Vikings. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go, Jack.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They run again on first down. Cook.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Here we go. 52 plastic.
Cook following the penalty. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
The Vikings had 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Let's go. And cycle.
On second down, Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes this one to Starks. And they're going to have it on the first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. A gain of 22.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
First down, here's the run with Cook. To about the 26 here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cook again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Come on. Check contact.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Out to his left. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. And they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook now off the read option. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Bullard. It's complete. This is Starks. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Umpire threw the flag. Usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Bullard. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook. Room here to run. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 35-yard line. A big play there, 45 yards. These two teams all tied after one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run it again with Cook. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 88 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it. When he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now a dump off here complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Dean forced out to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dean. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happened, to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now Cook running right. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
107 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On first down, Bullard.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
To throw on 2nd down, Dean. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. There'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just on Wednesday, he was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for that over 100-yard performance he had last week.
Deservedly so, and I enjoyed our time with him and asked him how he got it done. What did he see? And he said film study, watching what the defenses were going to present, understanding how to defeat those. And then he was a step ahead because he said,
that's caught at the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Long developing route there in the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off the play fake, Dean. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 19 yards away.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 113 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Again, it's Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result, and now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On 1st and 10, Bullard. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Throwing on first down. Dean. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Cardinals 21, Vikings 14.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
142 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Cook up the gut. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Shot, 17.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn it loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Bullard. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Mevis knocks this one through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there's still something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
They're ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Back to throw. Dean. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Dean.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Looking to throw. Dean.
Got a man. It's McBride, complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Now here's Pollard, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 17. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Finding his target, it's Ward.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Bullard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here and try and gain that yardage back.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, Bullard. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Vikings 17. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Check pitch.
Cook following the penalty.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
Not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Red, cycle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Bullard, that'll be caught. Rager with it.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground, Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football.